really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same. Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get dangerous. Cause it can get dangerous.
Squad, what up, baby? I'm back again and again, and I'll be back many more times. But on the way to pick up my daughter, got a lot going on. I had absolutely no intention of doing this in the car, but here we are. I don't even know where I really want to start. Okay, cool. I'll start here. A lot of stuff been going on. A lot of shit. There's a lot of shit always going on. So since there's a lot of shit always going on with me, I continuously keep trying to like switch up how I interact with you guys, you know, how I get the content to you, what content I'm actually trying to get to you. And it's ever changing because I'm ever changing. I've been telling y'all since the beginning of this thing, when I started this channel, is I'm just a dude chasing my dreams. And I'm no different than you guys at all. The only difference between me and you guys is some of you may not actually be living your dream. I'm more or less living mine now, but if you go far enough back in my videos and stuff, you'll see when I was not. So although I am living my dream right now, my dream is ever evolving. So that means that I have to continue to evolve as well. So what I've found over the last couple of years is that sometimes if I try to focus on one side of anything too much, I kind of start to feel overwhelmed, and it makes it difficult for not only for me to bring you guys content, but for me to even figure out what I want to do and what I'm trying to do. From the moment that I started doing the YouTube and the vlogging and all this stuff, basically I was on a journey to kind of finding a place of peace for me, and that involved me having to address a lot of issues that had to do with me and how I had maybe didn't have everything in alignment. So I set out on the course to putting everything in alignment, from my relationship to work to my career to my passions and, you know, my fitness and my health. And basically what you guys are seeing is basically the collective of all of that over the last few years. You guys are, you know, seeing the result of what I've been doing, right? But you're not really seeing the final product because I haven't reached the place that I'm trying to get to yet. And the place that I'm trying to get to yet is I'm trying to create a world where I'm not beholden to anybody, but you know, my particular religious beliefs, to my relationship with my woman, and you know, the relationship I have with my children. But even with that, you know, there's different breakdowns on how that can go, because you know, you and your woman have to have a level of understanding. You got to be sympathetic to her needs, and she got to be sympathetic to yours, and that's gonna look different for everybody. Your children are gonna become adults, and you're not gonna always be responsible for them, so they're gonna have to be responsible for themselves. And you know, your relationship with God is just, or whatever your religious practice is, I think the rules and the layouts are all for that in your holy books and all of that stuff. But even that's a continual journey that adjusts and changes as time goes by, right? There's a point to all of this. Stay with me. Let me do a quick cut real quick. All right, so there's a point to all of that. And the point for me saying all of that is what I've decided to do that may be the simplest thing for me so that I can get the content out to you guys is for me to just kind of adapt a raw, old school vlog style where I just make the content when I can and when I do. I may not go over the top with a lot of edits. The edits may be very simple and straight and directly to the point, and just get you guys the information. So with all that said, man, I'm not gonna dig too long into all that speech. I'm gonna actually just tell you guys what I've been up to. I've been up to the same shit that I'm always up to since the time you guys started coming around, right? That's my media business, which is my photography, video, all the stuff that goes with that. My fitness journey, yeah, I ain't gonna hit nobody. My fitness journey, you know, collectively I've lost 80, close to 90 pounds. That's still coming along really well. And, you know, my relationship with my lady is ever ongoing. And, you know, that evolves, goes up and down. We adjust, we make changes, and, you know, we live in a good life. But it's because we have continual effort on both sides. So that makes that pretty dope. And, you know, my career. I do some IT engineering, system admin work. I do that for a couple of different customers. And, you know, we'll talk about that later, but that's something that's I've been working on for a while as well. I don't really talk a lot about that because my personal goals are to keep building my business and entrepreneurial platforms so that I can eventually kind of get away from that side of my life. But it's not a side that I'm like, you know, I regret, or, you know, a lot of people want to get on these platforms and become super famous, and they want to pretend like they don't have a real life outside of what you see them guys, you know, you see the guys doing on social media and on the internet. And that's fine. There's really, I would actually advise, if I was advising certain people, I would say, hey, you know, you want to create this persona that says that you've already reached the promised land. For me, that don't work for me. What works for me is being direct with the people who watch me and inspiring and helping you guys along in your journey if I can offer some kind of inspiration from the things that I do. And when I get to a place in my life and in my career and in my personal endeavors where I can 100% separate from my systems engineering and IT background work, then I will. But until then, it's also a part of what I do to lend to the success of that I'm having in the world, right? So the big thing that I'm happy to tell you guys about is we'll go by each of the things that I'm working on, and I'll give you guys a little breakdown of that, and you know, we'll go from there. So in the fitness realm, like I said, I've lost about 87, 88 pounds. It's going up and down because I done got around 264, 262 a couple times, and then I kind of go back at about 270, and I'm going back down. It's not for anything, you know, bad or anything. We've been tweaking my workouts and everything to kind of try to find a happy medium, and I think we did that a couple of months ago. So we're on the second block of. My man just said he don't understand what yield mean at all. Yeah, we're on the second 6-week block of this particular training that was inspired by Mike Mentzer, and it's been really good, and I've had some really good results. I'll probably pop in some of my what do you call that? What's that? Before, after? What do you call that? Wait, the pictures, the progress pictures. Yeah, I'll throw some progress pics up so you guys can see some of the growth and the change that's been coming over the last couple of months. I think that we've done a good job with what the knowledge that we have and with the, you know, the hard work that we've been putting in. And so with that said, I have decided to do a bodybuilding show, the Dexter Jackson, I don't know if it's a classic or open or what it is, but we're gonna do the Dexter Jackson show down here in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm gonna do that on July 20th. The reason that I decided to go ahead and do a show, because I think it's something that just needs to happen. I spent a lot of time with my cousin, who's also, you know, a very, very close friend of mine, and I spent a lot of years watching her get into it. And then later on, when she did bodybuilding, later on I did powerlifting. I got into powerlifting around 2016. And then eventually she came over and started doing powerlifting with me. And we would do competitions, travel, and do stuff together. And she did pretty good. And then, at the same time, when I was, I'm still doing my photography and my media stuff, I ended up meeting Inky. And Inky, when I met Inky, she was in the powerlifting. I'm not sure how long she had been in at that time, but she was doing powerlifting and she getting ready to start breaking some records and doing her thing. But she had done bodybuilding before, so she came from a bodybuilding background, with fitness and bodybuilding and powerlifting. And so, those are two of the closest people in my life, and I love them both, and they both have done something I haven't done, so I gotta go do it, you know what I'm saying? So the cool thing about that is when I told my cousin that I was gonna do the show, the Dexter Jackson, she said, you know what, I'm gonna come out of retirement, I'm gonna do it with you. So she's gonna come down from DC, she's gonna do that show with me, and I'm excited about that. It's gonna be great. So I'll be, over the next several months, I'll be taking you guys on that journey. My posing coach, Roy Evans, is out in Houston, Texas, and I'll be traveling out there with him at least twice to kind of get some, to get some coaching in on my posing, and then I do a lot of it online with him as well. But I told him I want to come out there at least twice to see him. I want to come see him at the top of the year. This is new to me, and I like my intro class to kind of be in person. And then I told him I'll come see him again just before the show. So maybe in June, I'll go see him out there again, go over some stuff with him, train with him. Who knows what he might be getting ready for. So we'll see around that time. And my coach is going to be, I'm going to just say his first name. I might throw his Instagram up or put it in here somewhere. I don't want to mess up his last name, and it's slipping my mind right now. But his first name is Alex. And I'll throw his information in there. He's an IBBF pro, and I'm excited about working with him. Met him a couple of years ago when we relocated here at the strength and conditioning gym that we were training at. I think it was First Coast Fitness. So I'm excited about all of that, and Alex will be handling my nutrition, and he'll also be handling my training. A lot of it, I think I'm gonna be doing. I don't even think it may be a lot of one-on-ones. I think he's gonna be providing me the programming, and I'll be doing it by myself, along with Inky's help. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna knock that out. The other thing that's been going on is I'm gonna share more with you guys on the challenges of owning and operating short-term rental in Jacksonville, Florida, St. Augustine, Florida. That's been very challenging. It hasn't been easy. It has been some ups and downs. But, it's time for me to kind of dig into it a little bit more, and in the sense of either going to shit or get off the pot. And what I mean by that is I don't have any intention of selling the place. But if we can't do a better job at how we're running it as a short-term rental, then I'm going to go ahead and put it up for long-term rental, and we'll get a long-term tenant in there. And, I think that'll create things, keep things a little bit easier for us, and make it easier for us to get ready to move on to either grabbing another property, which may be a multifamily property, or if we can find a good deal on some land, we may grab a couple of acres of land and get another home, and move out there on some land and run around and get a nice gym built and a great man cave. And I'm still a Georgia boy. I used to ride motorcycles a lot from 1999 till actually about 2019 when I sold my other bike, and I do miss it. Somebody doesn't want me to get another bike, and so I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about another bike, but I'll probably get an old school car at some point. I'm not against getting some four-wheelers if I have some land to roll around in, and I think I might want a pool and some other stuff too. So I just kind of feel like I want some land. So that's that. Me and Miss Lady, we're gonna head out to California at the end of this month for some personal reasons for her. I'll be out there to support her with that. If she decides that she wants to share that, we'll share it. If she doesn't, we won't. So that's pretty simple. But in the meantime, while I'm out there supporting her, we are gonna grab dinner. We're gonna do some sightseeing. Hopefully I can get up with some of my frat brothers out there on the West Coast. And So there's that, man. And you know, we got a baby boy named Shaka Zulu, American Bully. Left him at the house right now, but you guys will get to kind of see that stuff as well. So a lot of my videos over the next 6, 8 months, maybe even a year, are going to be more vlog style, quick, fast, in your face. And you know, when I get a chance to, and when my schedule permits, you know, I'll give you guys a little something more fancy. Oh, I'm skipping over. Let's move to photography as well, photography and media. I am about to dig back in really hard. Oh, Nate, I thought you was gonna retire. I thought I was retired too. All right, but I have some goals and some objectives, and I'll be honest with you, my photography and my media journey has helped buy 2 homes, and it does provide some good residual income. And when I really dig and push in, it affords us the opportunity to do a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna have to kick it back up a notch in that. That's gonna require me traveling a bit more. Sometimes Inky will be with me, sometimes she will not. But you know, it's all good. Y'all need to go support her Patreon. She's got a beautiful, beautiful Patreon. She shares a lot of her art projects, where she's an art nude model, if you guys didn't know. And if you do know, I have absolutely no problem with y'all supporting her, as long as you're respectful. If you're disrespectful, then we go block you. We'll just go block you and keep it moving. She's a dope model, and you know, she shares a lot of different things on there. So I'll let you guys go check that out if you want to. If not, you can still see her all on my Patreon. And I think I'm actually gonna start a tier to kind of showcase a little bit more of our travels and the adventures and the things that we do. We live what I refer to as a traditionally non-traditional lifestyle, which more or less just means that we do have a lot of traditional principles, but we kind of make up our own rules within the confines of that. So we don't live by the same code that a lot of y'all live by with a lot of different things. So, but in some ways we live at a more stricter code and something. So check it out, support us, hold us down. I really appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna ramble and talk y'all to death. I think this is a good way to get back in the swing of things. And then there may be some more stuff coming that I think you guys may find interesting. So anyway, I'm gonna get my kid. I'll get with y'all in a little bit.